Comrade Chairman of today's meeting, Comrade Mario Mitchell. Comrade Party Leader and next Prime Minister, Comrade Mark Golding. Comrade General Secretary, Comrade Dayton Campbell. Comrade Chairman, Comrade Angela Brown Burke. The other MPs, the MPs in waiting for the election. And one of those is your MP, Comrade Joan Gordon Webley. Councillors, workers, warriors of West Rural, one love. Comrades, I've never come across a harder worker, a more diligent worker than Comrade Joan Gordon Webley. In all of my experience in politics, somebody who will walk the hills and valleys with you. Somebody who worked 24/7, 7 days a week. I don't know where she get the energy from. But she will provide the representation that this constituency needs. But you have a responsibility. She can't do it by herself. So you have to go out there and walk with her. You have to make sure the canvas get done. You have to make sure you bring the PNP voters and those who are committed to us and even those on the border over so that the PNP can win this seat. There are some targeted seats that must win. West Rural is one of those. Comrades, I just want to spend a little time talking to you about the economy. We have an economy which has been contracting, and it started to contract even before we got to Hurricane Beryl. So don't buy the argument that is Beryl make we get into this problem. We were declining before Beryl. Beryl caused us to decline. And now the quarter that will come out in December shows in another decline. 2 quarters of negative growth, which most economists define as a recession. The government say no recession. But me know plenty of you feel recession in your pocket. You feel recession when you go to a supermarket. You feel recession when you go to a corner shop because the money can't stretch. Now, comrades, I want to tell you what we're going to do about it. What will your government, a People's National Party, do about it? How are we going to ensure that we have growth in the economy? I'm going to start with the portfolio of the General Secretary. What we're going to do in agriculture. Because agriculture provides the greatest opportunity for growth. We have a ready market with tourism, and we have to reduce what we spend importing food for the tourism sector, almost 1.8 billion US dollars a year. But we have to do things. We have to invest in research and development so we can give the farmers the technical assistance so them know when to plant, how to plant, them know the techniques so they can improve their productivity. We have to invest more in irrigation. Yes, the government doing something, but we only have 15% of agricultural lands that have access to irrigation. So that means if rain fall, you can't produce. We want to make sure farmers can produce all year round. And we have to make it easier for farmers to access funding. The agencies that provide funding, the bureaucracy makes it difficult. So we're going to deal with that for the farmers so that we can grow agriculture, we can become food sufficient, so we don't have to depend on nobody. And we can export the surplus of what we're going to do. Self-reliant, as Michael Manley said, grow where you eat and eat where you grow. We're going to move to manufacturing because the only way we can grow is by ensuring that we export more. We have to identify those value-added goods that we are competitive in the world, not just in Jamaica, and there are many of those. And we're going to provide the support, the funding, the technical assistance for those manufacturers. In the creative and cultural industries, as Comrade Debbie just spoke about, yes, we have to provide the funding, but many of them need technical help. They have to know how to put them business plan together. They have to know how to market themselves. We're going to do that with the funding so we can grow an industry which has made Jamaica proud. In the logistics center economy, which Comrade Tony talks about all the time, Jamaica has the best location in the Caribbean. Because when you come out of the Panama Canal, you look Jamaica first. So we have opportunities for transshipment. We have opportunities for light manufacturing. And we are going to put in place the infrastructure so the private sector can grow. And underpinning all of that, we can only be a competitive economy if we reduce the cost of energy. And Comrade Philip Paulwell has plans on the table. The JPS license come up for renewal in 2027. But you have to start the process from now, and we have to put in place a new license with new competition in areas which can bring down the cost of electricity. So your party has a plan for growth. We have a plan for ease the burden of the cost of living on you. We're going to look at the food items, and we have done so already. Some of them will attract GCT, what we can take off. So when you go to shop and supermarket, you don't have to spend so much money for buy food and send your picnic to school. We're going to reform transportation so that JUTC operate not at 40% of the capacity, but at a full 100% with 450 buses around, so that people can get to school and work in a timely fashion, in a safe manner. That is what your government going to do. Now hear me. There's an issue. It came up in 2023 called SSL, Stocks and Securities Limited. We are a company regulated by the Financial Services Commission. And overnight, or maybe not overnight, people money just vanish. And I want to say, we all know about Usain Bolt, and we know what he has lost. But it's important to understand that there are hundreds and thousands of other people who have lost everything. And you don't know their names, you don't see their faces. I have one from my constituency, a 78-year-old lady. She's single. She's a retired teacher. She don't have any children. And she invested all her money in SSL. She wants answers. She wants back her money. She needs to know who took her money. And all of us know is not one person could have taken all of that money. So I'm going to call on the government again. You call the FBI to come here and do an investigation. You went to the UK and you got Kroll, a forensic auditing firm, to do a report. The report must be made public so that the Jamaican people, the hundreds of depositors in SSL, know what happened to their money. Don't tell me that you can't publish it. Yes, if you're going to the prosecution, you can redact things. We know that. But you can't be leaking the same report where you say you can't make public to certain people to try and build a particular narrative. So we're saying release the SSL report, release the forensic report so that the Jamaican people can see what has happened with their money and there can be justice and restitution for them. Comrades, plenty people for talk. I will be here with your MP to make sure that when I walk in up Duke Street with Comrade Mark Golding as the next Prime Minister, she will be walking with us. One love, comrades, one heart.